Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you an audio commentary. This is going to be Game 2 in a best of 3 matchup. I have not casted Game 1 yet, so I do not know who wins Game 1, so I cannot tell you who the records are standing. Right now this map is on Amazonia, so if you guys are unfamiliar with the map, it's because I have never seen it as well. This is my first cast. We have spawning over here on the top right hand corner as the red human, and then we have Jade spawning here as the yellow Night Elf player on the bottom left hand corner. We do have an Ancient of War being built, and there is no Altar of Elders yet, or so there, yeah, whatever the altar is for the Night Elf player. So I'm going to assume that this is going to be a tavern hero coming out from Jade at this point. Now, this particular map, there is a lot of creeps on this map. They're sparse throughout the map. A lot of level 1 and level 3, level 1 creeps, and level 3, level 5 creeps. So I do expect a lot of creeping on this map, except for the fact that this map is also fairly small. So it will be interesting to see. Also, there are only one expansion on the north and one expansion to the south. So not quite sure how that is really going to play out. We do have the Ancient of War nearing completion, and it should be producing an archer momentarily once he gets enough gold. Over here back to the north, we do have an Archmage now coming in from Th000. So Th000 now getting that barracks to finish off, or sorry, that farm to finish off that wall in, and we have a barracks now producing footmen. So at this point there's two possible positions that they can try to creep. You either try to creep the merchant shop or try to militia creep this particular location right here. I'm assuming it's going to be the Goblin Laboratory. It's a level 3, level 5, level 3 creep, and then there's also a level 1, level 3, level 1 creep, similar to how it is on Terran Stand, except the green creep is a little bit stronger. We do have a footman now going out to try to do some harassing or try to see what's going to be there, and he does not see the wisp, unfortunately. Otherwise the wisp would have been able to be pushed away. We do have two archers now trying to do some damage against that footman, so that footman is going to take a lot of damage, and one of those archers can just start trying to move to the back a little bit. Footman looks like he's going to win this fight, even though it's 2-on-1, but we do have now the Dark Ranger coming into play. Ooh, nice pathing coming in from that single Dark Ranger. Let's see if it's going to really matter. No, that footman's going to be able to escape with 37 hit points. Now trying to do some creeping, so Jade not doing the Ancient of War creeping, but using the Dark Ranger to creep really quickly. We have a Wisp now in the base, and it's a Militia creep to the south. So Militia creep to the south using 2 footmen and a Water Elemental, so it does get to level 2 quickly. I don't know what items that picked up besides the replenishment potion, so not quite sure there. Now moving in with a lot of skeletons, and now Ancient of War, nice lightning shield, and the archer's probably going to move into position to try to deal some damage right here. Now trying to take down these renegade wizards. The renegade wizards will fall to the lesser dark minions relatively quickly. We do have now creeping to the north a nice lightning shield on a rogue right there, so that rogue trying to deal some additional damage right now, and another rogue being focused down. A Water Elemental taking the brunt of that lightning shield so that those footmen do not take additional damage. Claws of Attacks +6 being dropped, and we have a Militia now trying to chase down the low hit point Wisp, but it will not work. And now we level 2 for Jade's Dark Ranger, and we have a lot of minions right now, and picks up a Cloak of Shadows as well, so very nice items. And wow, that's a very large skeleton army right now, sitting with about 8 skeletons right now. Can probably continue creeping, and once more we have Th000 now trying to creep out the Rock Golem camp and producing an Arcane Vault over here. So the Arcane Vault will be used to buy some additional items. Those Militia will probably get out of speed build in just a second, and wow, Wisp coming in to try to detonates a couple of those units. And now we have the Dark Ranger moving in. Dark Ranger trying to pick off a couple additional units, trying to get some additional skeletons up, and now more skeletons popping up, and this is looking pretty bad for Th000. Th000 is in a lot of trouble right now. Water Elemental's going down, but there is a lot of dark minions just in the mix. We do have Jade now trying to run around, does have a Cloak of Shadows, should be able to hide, so trying to do some damage, trying to pick off some additional units. More skeletons being brought up right now. Level 2, almost level 3 on that Dark Ranger. Needs to get to level 3. We do not have Defend being researched yet, so Th000 does not have Defend, and more skeletons now coming in. I think, yes, Dark Ranger does get to level 3, so level 2 Dark Arrow now being casted, trying to do some additional damage. But yeah, great micro war, just a lot of fighting going on all across the map. Archmage now trying to take down that last Dark Minion. Dark Minion does fall, and Archmage should be level 3 as well. Yes, level 3 on the Archmage. Does also have a Scroll of the Beast. Don't know if he's going to sell that for the 200 gold or decide to hold on to it. Not quite sure. Now just using the replenishment potion in order to get some mana back, building a town hall, and those peasants are going to once again rejoin in the fight because they are trying to do that repairing. One peasant not doing his fair share of the work. Archer is now trying to pull away right now. Oh, that Archer is not going to fall, and now Archmage now trying to push in. Does have a lot of mana right now, so we may see a little bit of a pressing incoming in right now. Dark Ranger, are we at tier 2? Yes, tier 2 almost. So we may have a Pandurian Brewmaster coming in from Jade. So we'll see how this is going to play out. So is it going to be the Pandurian Brewmaster? Not quite sure. No, don't know yet. Archer is just hiding over here to the side. Footman now trying to take down that Moonwell. And yes, it is a Pandurian Brewmaster, so it's going to be Archer and or the Dark Ranger and the Pandurian Brewmaster. So that's going to be relatively effective against all these low hit point units right now. Ancient of War now up and out, trying to do some additional damage. Ooh, we do have a Tome of Agility being just dropped in the middle of the map right there, so the Dark Ranger should probably try to pick that up. Ooh, nice Breath of Fire, but only hits one Footman. Not quite sure what that was about. Another minion now goes down, and the Archer falls as well. So units going down, and the Water Elemental does fall. So Archmage now is going to be forced to pull to the back right now. The expansion is up and running for Th000, so Th000 is fairly strong right there. And ooh, using that nice skeletal minion in order to do some pathing, and the Archmage taking some additional damage before trying to pull to the back right there. Dark Ranger still doing a fairly good damage right now. It has a lot of mana, so must have used some of that moon juice from those Moonwells in order to get that additional mana. Pandurian Brewmaster does have enough for more Breath of Fires. Should be moving to the north to try to take down these towers. And now quickly trying to take down a quick Footman. I don't see any Arcane Towers yet, so those Arcane Towers, ooh, nice Breath of Fire, still able to hit that one Scout Tower or the one Guard Tower in the back. And those Archers should be able to come back in, try to do additional damage on that Arcane Vault right now. Dark Ranger taking a lot of damage. Nice, another Breath of Fire and more units going down. Dark Ranger is going to need to pull to the back right there, getting chased down, and we do have Defend on those Footmen now, so those Footmen are not going to be able to produce as many skeletons for Jade. Th000 now splitting up his heroes, trying to move to the north. Archers now trying to move away right now. It is daybreak, so the Archers are no longer able to hide, trying to focus down units. Oh, the Archmage is going to be in trouble, down to 129, 97 hit points, getting blocked by a couple of those units, and now once more he has to use a Scroll of Town portal to be able to run back out. Dark Ranger now trying to move back to the north. It was a Scroll of Town portal to the main base. Arcane Vault now trying to be sped built, and Th000 has a lot of low hit point units. Right now, Pandurian Brewmaster trying to do some additional creeping, trying to get to level 2. Dark Ranger most likely going to head to the south, try to use some more Moon Juice, maybe pick up this Tome of Agility for additional damage, and let's just try to heal up right now. So I don't know if he should see the Tome of Agility. Yes, uses another Nightstone in order to make sure that there is still Moon Juice later on in that fight. Now there is one single Arcane Tower in the mix right now. Arcane Tower able to do additional damage to those summon units as well as feedback damage. So nice placement for that tower, hiding behind that blacksmith. Archmage now trying to push out once again using Clarity Potions and Healing Scrolls. Level 3 on the Archmage. Does not have a Scroll of Town portal and still sitting at Town Hall right now. So this is going to be interesting to see what Th000 is going to do. Th000 now coming in. We do have dual Ancient of Lures right now, but the Footmen will be able to take that down relatively quickly. Archmage gets a Roar off, so those Footmen now doing additional damage, and now we have just Dryads now coming in, more additional piercing damage. Not quite sure why he decided to go with additional piercing. Now we do have an Abolish Magic on those Water Elementals and trying to do some additional damage. Stay tuned for part 2 of this 3-part replay between Jade and Th000 here on Amazonia.